Lesson number 1, Functional Foods. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to recall that some functional foods are produced by fermentation, others are not. Recall that prebiotics are functional foods which are marketed as providing health benefits. Recall that prebiotics contain oligosaccharides. And recall that plant stanol esters in spreads lower cholesterol levels in the blood. Functional foods contain an added ingredient not normally found in that food. This ingredient is supposed to promote good health. In other words, functional foods contribute to our well-being as well as keeping us alive. Each of us carries about 1 kilogram of different types of bacteria in our gut. Bacteria are microorganisms. For most of the time, the numbers of bacteria in our gut are in balance. Poor diet, stress, food poisoning, and the use of antibiotics, for example, can disturb the balance. The numbers of some types of bacteria can grow at the expense of the others, and disease of the gut can develop. We sometimes call troublesome bacteria bad and others good. Good bacteria suppress the activities of the bad. Our better understanding of the way the different types of bacteria affect each other in the gut has led to the development of functional foods called prebiotics and probiotics. These foods boost the number of good bacteria over the bad. Prebiotics contain added sugars called oligosaccharides. When we eat these foods, the sugars are not digested by the body, but are food for the good bacteria in our gut. The bacteria increase in numbers. Probiotics contain the good bacteria themselves. When we eat these foods, the bacteria lost because of poor diet, stress and so on are replaced. Encouraging growth of the good bacteria in our gut and replacing those lost may help us to keep well. Probiotics are produced by fermentation when bacteria ferment milk and other foods. Prebiotics are not produced by fermentation. The spreading margarine Benecol is a functional food. It contains stanol ester. This ingredient is added to the spread. It comes from plant sterols, which are fatty substances found naturally in foods like wheat and maize. Studies have shown that people who include plant stanols in their diet for a year might expect the cholesterol levels in their blood to fall by up to 10%. Raised levels of cholesterol in the blood increase a person's risk of developing heart disease. Spreading Benecol therefore reduces the risk of developing heart disease, so its makers claim. Do functional foods improve our health? Manufacturers say that the foods prevent, treat, or cure disease. However, the difference between our hopes and manufacturers' claims is the reason why there are doubts about the value of eating functional foods as a way of staying healthy. Because of the uncertainty, many scientists think that foods should be tested in the same way that new drugs are tested before the drugs can be used to treat diseases. At the moment, it seems best to be cautious. A balanced diet provides many of the ingredients added to functional foods, so it is important to think carefully about what you eat before rushing out and spending money unnecessarily.